Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And why is it that people who seemingly hate franchises always get hired to work on franchises?
I don't know. I saw the title. Former Mary Sue writer? Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, we've got a former Mary Sue writer and admitted activist named Sam Maggs working on Knights of the Old Republic. They're doing a remake of one of the most beloved Star Wars video games of all time, but it's not going to come back in the same form. In fact, if you go out to StarWars.com, they talk about all the changes they're going to make.
Yep.
And Sam Maggs apparently didn't think very highly of the original Knights of the Old Republic, and she seemed more preoccupied with smashing the patriarchy in her own words.
Yeah, so, this is, what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
This is going to be so great.
Yeah, so before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 234,000 subs.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it. We talked about Disney, talked about Star Wars, talked about video games, and guess what? This is a nexus of all of those things. And yesterday it was announced that they were going to remake Knights of the Old Republic, which I was actually kind of excited about.
A lot of people were. They were like, yay, it's going to be on PS5 and PC. And they're like, woohoo, yay. And then until you started finding out what was going on. And then it was like, shit.
Yeah, it is going to be a PS5 exclusive, as I understand it. It's also going to be a very current year Sony game.
Because those do so well.
Current year Sony and current year Lucasfilm. Here we go. This is coming from Bounding in the Comics.
Oh, the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have dinosaurs too. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, a lot of people were initially very happy, but Sam Maggs is working on it now. I think they got their tweets from Data Racer, so I will give him a hat tip for sure. But she's made very critical comments about Knights of the Old Republic. Isn't your favorite? No. After all these years, I finally get to make a BioWare game. Well, technically, I don't think BioWare's involved. Lots of talk.
Okay, if you hate, would you want to hate Rey? At least be honest about it. I do hate Rey. You hate that she's a Mary Sue because she's a woman. No, I don't. I just can't stand her because she's a shitty character, Sam. And just be real about it. I've been real about it since day one. You not liking people's opinions doesn't mean they're not valid opinions. Doesn't mean that's how you really feel about it.
Yeah, Defender of the Last Jedi. Of course, Lucasfilm would put somebody like this in charge of a game that was beloved by many, many players for many, many years. In fact, they just did a remake not too long ago on iOS and Android. It was a straight port, but this is going to be a complete remake, top to bottom, as I understand it, like Final Fantasy VII, which I didn't like.
A lot of people didn't like.
They made a lot of story changes. You only got 10% of the game in the first game, and it does seem like they're going to go off in a totally different direction with it. And I think this is what's going to happen with Knights of the Old Republic, especially with her in charge. In fact, if you go to StarWars.com, so Ryan Treadwell, who's working on this game, said we're very lucky that we played it when it came out and we have those memories.
Yep. Hold on to those memories, everyone. Just hold on to those.
Because I really think a great and true approach to a remake process is to understand what the game was at that moment in time and what the memory of that game was at that moment in time. Our labor of love here is to go and realize that memory as if it were built today.
No, don't do anything built today.
Oh, God. To achieve this, Aspire Media, which is handling the port, has bolstered its ranks, including some secret weapons. They're talking about how they're going to add things to it. And one of the things they added to it was a Mary Sue writer.
So you said they worked for Mary Sue. That's all you needed to know. Here's the thing. I am so tired of it. And then I saw that she was making comments about, on her thing about, of course, she's really, really butthurt about people not liking Rey. That really sticks with her for some reason. And then when this doesn't do well, it's going to be because of misogyny.
Yeah.
It's never because, well, maybe, these characters suck, or maybe because, something I did to turn people off. No. It's always because of misogyny, especially with this person.
Yeah. Well,
even though there's a lot of people who don't like her either, and they're not male.
So the other guy working on the game here, they're already asking themselves questions. Why did we make the choice in the original game? How does that play today? How do we expand that choice, make it even more meaningful and impactful?
Impactful in what way? Impactful for the game, which is what you should be thinking about.
He reiterated they're deconstructing the game. We trust Aspire. We trust the team that's working on it, and we're doing the work ourselves to dig in, deconstruct, and reconnect to why people love it, because we don't want to mess with that.
You don't want to mess with it, then why are you doing it?
Why would you hire somebody that...
You keep trying to deconstruct and reconnect and figure out people love and try to fix it. You keep doing it with these franchises, and it doesn't work. Because you fundamentally don't understand these things. And then you turn around and just yell about misogyny, racism, whatever ism and phobia you want to cling to that day. Because it's never your fault for just effing it up.
Could not be more honored and excited, says Sam Maggs, blue check on Twitter, to be part of the incredible team at Aspire Media to remake one of my all-time favorite games, when she literally said that it was not a favorite of hers before. So
right, yeah.
I will cash that check. I will absolutely cash that check. And we see this a lot. We have a lot of people come into franchises and whatever, and they're in it for the check, the paycheck, and they'll walk back things that they said. You know, again, look at Kevin Smith with He-Man. I don't like He-Man. I never cared for He-Man. He-Man wasn't my thing, but good for you. Oh, I loved He-Man. I grew up with He-Man.
I used to go home before it was even on the air and somehow watch it. It was a miracle.
I used to run home from high school, because that's how old he would have been. Run home from high school to go watch He-Man.
To go watch a show that wasn't even on the air yet.
It wasn't even on the air yet. Yeah, I mean, this is look, I hate to say I have a bad feeling about this because it seems very cliche given that we're talking about Star Wars, but I have a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, and if they're like, well, you shouldn't be harassing people, well, we're not. But we're showing what they said. However, there has been concerted efforts and campaigns against other game developers who Twitter didn't like, and they went and literally got them canned. So I don't want to hear it. Potato, potato. I'm just saying, you're hiring someone who says it's not her favorite, has a clear chip on her shoulder because people don't like Rey. I mean, the saving grace is she's only one of. I mean, if we're being fair here, it's not like everything is, up to her only, Yeah. But still, we saw them do this kind of shit before, and look how it turned out.
So we're going to have a new weapon, a hammer for smashing the patriarchy.
Yeah, I have a hammer for smashing the, I don't know what, stupidity?
A bitch buster.
Well, it's not all women. Well, I guess it could be men too,
And can be bitches too.
I mean,
it's 2021. I'm
just tired of it. And it's like, and because you call them out on their bullshit. They're like, well, you're just an internalized misogynist and all sorts of stuff. It's like, no, I'm down with, feminism, real feminism, not this bastardized feminism that people keep pushing.
No, you're an internalized misogynist.
Oh, is that what they're doing again? And white women internalized. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You cannot. Okay, if you can't be racist, if you're automatically racist because you're white, and if you're any other skin color, you cannot be racist because that doesn't make sense. You can't be an internalized misogynist. I'm sorry. Oh, that's their go-to. Instead of just accepting that other women might have other opinions that, like a real feminist would understand women's agency and they have the right to their opinions. No, it's internalized misogyny. Right there's a cop-out. Right there tells you exactly what kind of person they are. I guess she's an internalized misogynist because she has to tell other women what to think. If they don't agree with her, it's because of misogyny. So I guess that makes her an internalized misogynist.
Yeah. Look, this is it, guys. This is where Star Wars is at. It doesn't matter how much old school fans hate the direction they're taking Star Wars in. It doesn't matter how much gamers complain about the direction Sony is going in. We've got the perfect storm now of both. This is the way that pop culture, mainstream pop culture, is going, and is going quote unquote woke. And
they're going to do this as long as they think they're making money.
And people are going to buy it because it's Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And people
be aware of what you're getting.
Yeah, they're going to buy it for the first time. And it might be good. Look,
I was going to say, wait to see what people say about it, obviously.
Just saying, based on this information, that it seems like they're going to change a lot of things to be current year. It's coming out from Sony on PlayStation 5, which is failing miserably in Japan because of censorship and all this jazz. And we've got an admitted activist working on the game.
Well, that's what I don't understand. She's allowed to make the comments she makes, right?
Yeah.
But Gina Carano gets fired because doesn't put pronouns in her bio. I'm just saying.
It's current year.
I mean, and I don't even agree with. And I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I don't agree with everything Gina Carano says because I think sometimes she pushes it too far. I don't always agree with what she says. But I don't think she shouldn't have the right to say it, but this woman should have the right to say what she thinks. I don't think that's right. I just think it's bullshit.
If Aspire were smart and Lucasfilm were smart.
Oh, but you already lost when you said Lucasfilm.
Big if. They would rein these people in, just like Pablo Hidalgo, and be like, you know what? You can think whatever you want to think. You can have whatever politics you want to have. But if you're representing our company, watch what you say, because it could come back and bite us in the wallet.
If they're going to have social media guidelines for people like Gina Carano, they need it for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And before they like, oh, we can't do that. We did it for decades before this.
Yeah, before the dark times, before Twitter.
Before like 4 years ago.
Before the election of 2016, when everybody lost their shit. And we're still paying for it. Everybody's still paying for it now. You know, it never ends. It never ends. But I don't know, guys. I was excited for this initially, and now I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with the original version.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And you know what? Thank goodness it's not the only voice that's involved.
Yeah.
But I would be concerned, and I would wait to see, more before you get too excited. Temper your expectations.
I think that's true of every remake or reboot going forward, is just consider that, as soon as they say, hey, we're going to remake this for current year, that means politics. They're not just talking about giving it a graphical overhaul. They're gonna, and we saw with Sam and Max too. Same thing. They edited some dumb jokes out of Sam and Max just to be current year.
Yeah.
So. And
then to this other chick, I was gonna say, stop being an internalized misogynist and telling other women what they should think and like, just because you don't like it or agree. Check your misogyny.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.